Up next, a story about probably the most friendly snake you will ever meet in the wild. It's the eastern fox snake.
This is the eastern fox snake, found mostly around the western end of Lake Erie and its islands in Ohio. It's often misunderstood because of its appearance. It's a case of mistaken identity. To the casual, uninformed observer, its diamond pattern is reminiscent of a rattlesnake. To make matters worse, when alarmed, it shakes its tail. In a patch of dry leaves, this sounds very much like a rattler. The reddish coloration around its head makes it look like a copperhead, another Ohio poisonous snake. But as a matter of fact, the eastern fox snake is non-venomous, and it's one of Ohio's friendliest, most docile snakes. It's also a species of concern in the few Ohio counties where it exists.
The eastern fox snake is actually only found in Ohio, Michigan, and Ontario. And both in Michigan and Ontario, they're considered threatened. And in the state of Ohio, they're only found, actually, they used to only be found in the 5 counties of Lucas, Wood, Ottawa, Erie, and Sandusky. Recently, we've also found in the Seneca County. But because of that, there are a lot of questions surrounding their status in the state, and that's more or less why they were given that status. So they're somewhat protected, but not quite to the extent of some of the other species.
Fox snake research may be vital to its future. Kent is currently conducting population and distribution studies, funded by a grant from the Ohio Division of Wildlife's Endangered Species and Wildlife Diversity Fund. Kent Becker is looking for an eastern fox snake here at the Maumee Bay State Park Campground. It's an animal he transmitted earlier in the year, and he's been following its travels for months. Using traditional telemetry techniques and a new GPS unit, it's not long before his target is close. Quite frankly, eastern fox snakes have not done well here at the park. Persecution from panicking campers, finding a fox snake warming up to their tents in the morning. Kent is a scientist, but when he finds a snake, suddenly he's a supernaturalist and a fox snake ambassador, all rolled into one. Target found, and as happens most mornings, a crowd gathers.
We draw a lot of attention when we do workout, especially at a state park location like this. We have lots of campers that come up and have a lot of questions for us about the project we're doing. Generally, it's pretty well received. A lot of people are very interested in what we're doing and very interested in the species. It helps that the fox snake is so, such a good-looking snake and so friendly. It makes the outreach a whole lot easier. But it's provided us with a lot of unique opportunities for doing, quality snake conservation outreach. I can't guarantee he won't nip you, but...
You wouldn't find snake researcher Doug Wynn doing this with one of his timber rattlesnakes, or Kristen Stanford doing this with one of her Lake Erie water snakes. But the eastern fox snake lends itself to being the ambassador for the snake world. A conservation concept is being illustrated beautifully here. A big part of conservation is education. Minds being changed about what really is going on in the natural world.
Exactly the same.
Here's Donna Daniel with more Backyards for Wildlife.